on the road again. No, I won't make you sit through it again. But we are going on the road again. And this time, we are going to South Lyon. How did I get this? I think I dated someone whose dad was a police officer for the South Lyon Police Department, I think. But I lived in South Lyon for a couple of years right after high school and before college. And now we're gonna go check out the old hood and see what it's like. And we picked a really great day. Last on the road, we picked a 90-degree day, and today we picked torrential downpours. So woohoo! So let's go, we're out to see.
Thanks for offering.
Hello, are we filming? Hey everybody, we are in South Lyon. I think I already told you that, right? Right, so you probably hear other noise because we're in a restaurant, but the reason that we came here, which by the way, we are at Draft Street, which seems like a really cool place. And Warren was excited because the game was on. So why did we stop at Draft Street? I'm glad you asked. When we moved to South Lyon, I got a job here as a waitress. It was my first ever waitress job, and I worked here for about a year and a half. It was right after high school and right before I went to college. And I spent every day of my life in this building for the whole time. 7 days a week. My social life, my working life, everything happened in this building. And the stories that I could tell are crazy and endless. So, but I've got a couple that I'm going to share, although that guy's going to try to be louder than me, so but we'll battle it out. So a couple stories that I was going to share with you. First of all, see this bar here? I actually quit smoking sitting at that bar. Quit smoking forever, mid-cigarette. I was smoking a cigarette. I'd been a long time smoker, and it was after a shift, and just all of a sudden I was grossed out by smoking, and I never started again. It was the weirdest thing. Weird, random. So another story, 4th of July, we were going to be closed, and the owners, oh, and by the way, the name of the restaurant I worked at was called Grizz and Gibby's, and it's forever ago. So we were going to be closed on 4th of July, but the owners were like, you know what, why don't we just open in the evening and we'll just have the bar part open? And I thought, yeah, cool, we'll do that. So I had the keys and I came in and I was bartending. I did it all, waitress, bartender, all of it. And it turned out we were really busy that day and people wanted food. So I was just supposed to sling beer that day. But I like to be a full service operation, so I thought, you know what, I could go back in the kitchen and make some food. So it turns out the restaurant winds up being packed that day. I'm back in the kitchen trying to make food, and you guys know I don't make food, so, but it wound up working out. I was slinging beer, and I was back in the kitchen making food, and it was one of the craziest days, and I wound up calling a couple of my friends who also worked here, because like I said, my social life was in this building too, and they came down and helped me out, but it's a memory that I still like have vivid memories of, because I just thought I'll go back in the kitchen and turn on the grill and figure out how to cook things off the menu. I don't know why I thought to do that, but I did. Okay, so here's another cool story. I had a couple different boyfriends while I worked here, and one boyfriend that I had was named Tim. And Tim used to come in every weekend with all his buddies, and in that corner, you don't have to turn around, but in that corner of the restaurant, there was a big round table. And we used to have live music on the weekends. I believe his name was Michael Irish. He was a guy, and he had a girl singer, and he performed covers. And he used to play Allyson for me. So anyway, one night Tim and his buddies come in and they hold court on that big round table and they get the live entertainment guy to sing that song from Top Gun. Baby, baby, I get to, remember that? So the live entertainment guy starts singing it and Tim reenacts the scene from Top Gun, and I go over to the table because I'm waiting on him, and he gets all of his guy friends to sing it, and he gets down on his knees and sings a song to me, and it was pretty embarrassing, but I also felt pretty cool, you know. Speaking of dating people, there was another guy that had a crush on me, and I found this when I was looking through pictures to show you, because I had a bunch of pictures of me being cute here in my waitress outfit and couldn't find any of them, but I found this. So there was this guy Tom that used to come here all the time that liked me, and he asked me out a lot, and I just liked him as a friend. So this card says, well, if not dinner, maybe you'll accept the flowers. Love, Tom. Girl had it going on back then. Lots of boys coming around here. So just so many memories in this building, I can't even tell you. And I worked here up until this time. Oh, I did have one more story. So this is random. This is after I don't work here anymore and I've gone off to college. And I come back home to visit my family, and I come down here for lunch with my mom. And I don't know if it's Grizz and Gibby's anymore. I think it's a new place, because like 2 years have gone by at this point. So me and my mom are sitting here, and we're having lunch, and the waitress is being weird to me. And I don't really know why, because I don't know anybody here at this point. I don't know anybody. And finally she says, is your name Allyson? And I'm like, yeah, it's Allyson. She goes, can I talk to you for a second? So we walk over there to where the bathrooms are, and she said, I just want you to know that a long time ago you hooked up with my boyfriend, and I don't appreciate that. And I was like, what? How is this happening? Who are you and who's your boyfriend? And I haven't worked here for 2 years, and it's possible that I did it. Who knows, you know? Like I said, I was pretty cute back then, but that's your boyfriend's job to pay attention to that kind of stuff. So, needless to say, my mom and I left because I didn't want disgruntled waitresses who think I hooked up with their boyfriends touching my food. It didn't seem like a good idea. So those are just a couple of stories from my days here in South Lyon at Grizz and Gibby's. Like I said, it was my whole universe took place in this building, and it's so cool to like look around and point out. And I said to Warren, I said, if I had a dollar for every time I walked back to that kitchen. Oh, and one other quick little thing. We used to drink beer out of our coffee cups. So the waitresses would put their coffee cups there, and the bartender would fill them up with beer. And I'm pretty sure if you're doing the math, I wasn't old enough to drink, but things were different back then. You know, if you looked old enough or had big boobs, no one really paid attention. So this concludes our time here at Draft Street, which seems to really still have a lot of nice people here, and it's half the size it used to be, but I really like it, and I'm looking forward to having a meal and enjoying the memories that I made in this building a long time ago, my formative years. So thanks for stopping by Draft Street, and our South Lyon tour will continue after we eat dinner. Cheers! I'll cheers ya. First, I want to thank Mother Nature for screwing up on the road with Allyson. I'll deal with you later. So, this is the corner of 11 Mile and Pontiac Trail. Used to be a dirt road, and there was no high school across the street. And this was a 100-year-old farmhouse, and it's where we moved to when we moved from Boyne to South Lyon right after high school. This is where a family of 7 lived. It was kind of crampy, but it was a cool 100-year-old farmhouse. One little fun fact about it, when I went on spring break, I came home after being gone for 7 days. My friends dropped me off in the driveway, and I walked into a totally empty house because my family had moved while I was gone. Fortunately, I knew where our new house was, and I was able to go to it, but don't try to move while I'm gone, Mom. I see what you did. Anyway, things have changed around South Lyon, a much bigger high school, and not a dirt road anymore, but this was the house we moved into when we first came down from Boyne. So we're gonna get out of the rain now and go look at some more cool stuff. Remember, good hair coming soon. It's important to remember that. So you can't come to South Lyon without stopping at Brown's, which was a legendary spot when I lived here for the 2 years that I lived in South Lyon, and it still is, and it's actually closing this year after 56 years, 1960 to 2016. So you don't have much longer to come to Brown's, but you could sit at the tables or pull in the parking spots, and someone will bring your food out. I modeled for this back when I lived here. This is actually a replica of me. But Brown's is way better than me using it as my hangover food back in the day. But I did use it as my hangover food back in the day. after a lot of crazy nights at the South Lyon Hotel, which again, doesn't seem like I was old enough to do that, but it was a different time. And don't hold the current South Lyon Hotel responsible for any of my antics. It was a long time ago. But Brown's is a landmark in South Lyon, and it's kind of sad that it's closing. So get to Brown's before they're gone and have a root beer float. Now let's go check out some more. So why are we at the Bushes in South Lyon? A couple reasons. First, we need beer, so might as well stop and get some. But also, when I lived here, this was called Showerman's. Maybe Showerman's IGA, but that was our grocery store in South Lyon. It was called Showerman's, and this is the building. And my memory of Showerman's is back in my nanny days, which would happen after college. I came home after college. Before I moved to Ipsy, I was a nanny, and I would bring the twins here. And we'd come here like once a week for groceries or whatever. And they were about 3 years old, and it was when they were in their damn it phase. So everything was damn it. So there was this specific cashier at Showerman's. She was an older lady, and she'd always get excited to see the twins, and the twins would get excited to see her. And every time they saw her, they'd say, "Hi, damn it, lady." And we weren't supposed to laugh when they said "damn it," but I couldn't help it because I'm laughing about it now. Because little kids that swear, it's funny. And then we'd get in the car and they'd sing "Shiny Happy Damn It" to REM. It was a lot of fun. So it's Bushes now, which happens to be one of my favorite grocery stores, and it's not Showerman's anymore, but the memories still linger in these walls, I think. And now we're gonna get beer, and I think you know me. We get our beer, 6-pack, child please, and we'll be on our way. So that was our stop at the grocery store. So we're back home. Thus concludes our adventures in South Lyon. We had a great dinner. We had a couple beers. Now we're back home. We're thinking about doing some rain swimming. No one's here, so we could get away with it. Swimming in the pool while it's raining out sounds exotic. I hope you had fun with us in South Lyon, and I love that you guys watch the videos. I appreciate it, and thank you for listening to the podcast, and thank you for supporting the Saturday podcast, and just thanks for being awesome, because I couldn't do all of this. I could, but what would be the point if nobody watched it? So thank you for your support, and until I find my next radio or television home, I'm gonna keep doing fun stuff like this. So where will we be next time? I don't know, but we will be on the road again with Allyson at some point, and hopefully we'll pick a day where there's good weather, or not. But we will see you next time, and I'll talk to you soon. Love you, miss you. Bye.